Round on the board, so plenty more to go for them, and they're going to double down on this one with a Viper's Pit used early into Bathroom. It's going to give them control of that extremity of the map, and it means I don't typically expect to see them fighting for B long when they've done that, but not only have they walled it off, they're playing on top of it with an operator. That's huge control for Mech. I mean, obviously they're leaving open the likes of Hookah, but in fact Fnatic are not going towards it. They're running again towards this A site.
Yeah, both extremities are currently locked. They've done exactly the same thing with the Viper's Pit, so this has to be an almost direct brawl coming out, which is something that most of the time Mech are going to be quite happy with. Redguard is actually just going to go running into the smoke. Already manages to find one. What is with these right-click classic kills currently coming out for Fnatic? It will be the trade back for Nats, and Mystic again puts it into a 2v2.
At least the one kill for him, and they'll try to get a little bit more. Goes in on that side, get the plant. Nothing that Mech can do to deny it.
Spike planted.
The Recon is not going to spot Chronicle out, and he even gets away with the kill. Mystic calling down the orbital strike on himself, essentially. But he won't catch the player. Chronicle has still made it out, and now they'll group up and try to at least take him down together, trade out. That's all they need to do. The smokes are in play. This is really tough. They know where he is after that spray, too. Waiting for him to emerge from that smoke. The diffuse is already through. Fully done and locked in for Mech. Looked comfortable. I think this is Mech right back in the saddle, and I'm a lot less worried than I was just a couple minutes ago.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see how many rounds they get this same sort of extremities control, though. Like, it's not many rounds you have a Viper's Pit and a wall with an operator on top of it to some scrappy fights, which, okay, for the attacking side, it's not the worst case in the world. Now, though, they will go back to fighting some of the other spots on the map, and actually, again, Mech have a very good read on this scenario. Look how deep Shados is on the other side. He's currently peeking so far forward.
Oh, no. Oh, no, Defo! Oh, he's in so much trouble. That could have been huge. Fnatic have gotten out of there smelling of roses. 3v3 to play with. Site clear. And they're on it with the spike as we speak. Even getting the info on the elbow players too up close. I mean, this is perfect for Fnatic. They've got a decision now. You know, where do they want to take the post plant to? In fact, they're playing all three angles really spread out. And that might catch Shados off guard. No, he's watching it. This guy actually scopes in and checks it. Brave has got to be so pissed.
And now someone needs to try and make a play. Boaster's going to be the one to do it, and it's left all onto Magnum. Oh, it's a little bit awkward, I think, not knowing where to look, where to turn at that stage. And again, Mech just controlled in a lot of their retake scenarios. I do respect the fact that both players just like watch Durka go through, and it's like, nope.
It's to the flashes, I suppose, that are coming through. Well, they did well to even find those 2 kills. And up close is nicely handled. 5-5 we go. Fnatic with a timeout.
High, and they're going to be throwing everything they can to knock out whoever it is that falls down.
Hey, you put everything you've got on the table here and now, and then that... Oh, this is a fast play. I saw Magnum was on top of the boxes, and I thought surely I wasn't reading that correctly, but no, they are looking to get aggressive, looking to push on up, and they better. Shados has already taken the opening pick. Oh, this is nasty. They're not quite going to be able to follow up on the kills. They're isolated now in this position with the operator staring at the cross, going out for a little bit more, and Shados just doesn't miss. He has been flawless in this round, shot after shot, leaving them with nothing to play with on the Fnatic side. I mean, these guys, I said they were backed into a corner. Their economy was really being pushed to the limit coming into this round, and Mech have made it look easy, even when Fnatic have everything to work with.
Yeah, I saw a lot of the Ascend players sort of like baiting on Twitter. I didn't realize that CNED had just decided to play on Shados' account today, because it seems like he's just gone into that Sage operator role like it was something he had in his back pocket the whole time, and it just decided not to tell anyone. Like, oh yeah, don't worry guys, I can actually play the op incredibly well. And they're like, oh yeah, and then he does it, and it's just so impactful. Like, that has been one of the major changes, and it's also just the level of risk they can take elsewhere. Like, think of the positions that he's been playing in. Like, he's been locking down bathrooms, he's been locking down B long, he's been even holding at the back of the site on B and just making sure they can't quick rotate. Like, this allows the rest of the players to take risks because they know a certain portion of the map is completely isolated by Shados, and well, I would say at this point they're probably trying their best to avoid him because he's been dominating.
Not his duels that even impress me the most. It's his positioning, first of all, but also his utility. I mentioned in the first couple of rounds, he was such a big problem for them on that B site with the wall, with the slows. Fnatic weren't able to make the explosive attack that they wanted to. Guaranteed a 6-6 half. Let's fight for that 7, though, on this defensive side. Defo loses a lot of health getting that orb, but Tom, it might be worthwhile because he's now got the showstopper online. Not only that, but Shados, unsurprisingly, still has res. It's been on for quite a bit. And so Mac have a bunch of early round potential.
I think that's the only critique you can give of Shados, is he is never in a position to use his res because he's playing some of the most audacious angles you're ever going to see a Sage play. Like, he's currently, this again, solo holding in towards the showers, but it's something that Fnatic have cleared. They're looking for this information, but he's still just sat on top of the wall, and why not? He's going for more aggressive angles at this point because he's been winning every single battle. Now, information, I think, has just been garnered as well by Redgar. Using his Tiger, I think he at least spotted somebody on the other side. And so Fnatic's surprise, or what they may think is a surprise, really isn't as strong as it is. Look at the 3 players currently waiting for them on B.
That's the thing. And we've seen it a couple of times when you run into this stack on the B site. Mech are more than capable of dealing with this. Defo has been deleted, though. Here's the showstopper connecting on Redgar. Defo, or Dirk, excuse me, will eventually go down, but come on, Chronicle doesn't get much more than that. 2 kills. Is it enough, though? Well, we'll see what Shados can do. That res still online. Good kill. And he'll look to get a teammate back up here, maybe.
Look at the time.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. They have to try and push him. Flash into the corner. Shados lands the shot again. And now it's left into the 1 versus 1. He still has that res. But at this point, it has to be the kill. They need to go for the push. And Shados is going to clutch it out. This man is in unbelievable form right now.
An ace from him. Countless 3Ks, but the impact of this one is going to be felt coming into the next half. That's for sure. Mech,
10 seconds.
they've got a guardian angel in this game, and he goes by Shados. Unbelievable. Even tries the rest at the end. Realizes there's no one. He's okay, I'll do it myself.
Mates Chronicle and Nats, but you know what? He's showing it today.
That's funny. Like, they'll say Redgar, we'll say Chronicle, and Nats. I'm always with Defo since day 1 again, but still waiting for the day this man reaches his simple form. Honestly, it's gonna happen. But yeah, you can literally make an argument for everyone on this team being the being the MVP, being the one to beat. There's a reason that they are the M3Cs. 1 minute on the clock as the attackers look to move to the A site. Spike is there. They're going to be grouped up. And what are they running into? You got Durka still with a bit of utility to play with. I guess it's his surprise factor if Brave is able to distract a couple of them coming out of Bath. No, he's going to just step forward. Magnum wants to try to catch a few of them off, and there's at least Chronicle and a bit of damage followed up on. This isn't terrible. The shock dart now becomes so much more dangerous. It's close. It's got damage, but no kill.
Oh. So close to getting something. The thing is, this is where Mech play their best work. Holding on in these sort of afterplant scenarios, it can be so difficult. Already a tap onto the spike. Shados is going to go through it, and still again, just battling and brawling, hiding in that back corner. Another comes up for Nats, and he's just going to wipe him clean. It's left all onto Brave, hoping to try and get something, and it's not quite enough.
Here were fantastic, and then you follow up right here. The player inside the smoke of Nats, he is working his way in and out of that with his teammate, not overcommitting, not swinging wide, not running to short. He's peeking the smoke. He sees a flash, goes back in, peeks out after, takes a few shots onto the enemy, fades back into the smoke. These guys are like trying to kill the player on their left. They get shot from the right. They turn to look at the guy on the right. He's back in the smoke. Guy on the left shooting them again. They turn to him, get shot from the right, because that guy, guess what? He's ran back through the smoke. It's like, it was just constant bait and switches coming out, and with the pistols, it worked perfectly. Fnatic got crushed in that round, and now, well, they're playing a round where Magnum's got a shorty. I think that should tell you everything you need to know. This should be convincing 9-5.
Yeah. One of the things I also just want to note while we have this almost breather, I feel like on this map in particular, if Lamp's control goes the way of Mech, they normally win the round. Like, they're just so good at playing from that position, especially Nats. Like, we call him a rat for a reason. I feel like this is one of the maps where he's always done it best with his lurks through there and also managing to just play further into the site. Now, right now, the read currently in from Fnatic is incredible. The problem that I have is the amount of space that Redgar has taken. Like, he has pretty much all the information, so they could probably just go back through the TP. Instead, they're going to go facing it to the site, and that's already a rifle up here.
Pretty huge start. Mystic. Oh, he doesn't really want to be re-peeking that now. In a round like this, sometimes you take those risks, sure, but the way things have panned out, you're going to wait around, be more patient. In fact, Fnatic's going to rotate without even picking up some of those weapons. Not wanting to run down mid and give the kill away, but looks like the same thing might happen here. Ooh, Redgar really taking some risks, wanting to set Shados up inside of the tunnel, side of elbow. They're going back out themselves. Great flash, but nothing to come from. So again, that res being on so early is
it's just him. Like, everyone else is 3 or more away, and then Shados is just like, hey guys.